Hey everyone, welcome back to another Live with Blocky, and we have a super special guest today, Dr. Laura Brenner. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me. Super special, Blocky. I like it.
Extra special. And we are going to talk all about the International Academy of Dental Life Coaches. And Laura and I started this, I think almost like 6 months to a year ago. We started planting the seed for this, and then we actually just launched about 2 weeks ago. So super excited about what the future brings with this. Laura, first I want to just start with, what exactly is a life coach?
Well, a life coach is somebody who, okay, think about sports coach, right? A sports coach, everybody knows what that is because we grew up with that. And they're helping teams and players, athletes like create the plan so they can win. So think of a life coach as that. We work with individuals to help them get clarity on where they are in their life and what they want and how they can make improvements and changes to create solutions. So it's having someone who can really reflect back on you. Okay, here's a good example. I love it. It's like, have you ever read a self-help book and
Hmm.
like you love it so much, but you get to the end and you're like, okay, that was great. Now I'm not doing anything with it.
Yeah.
Right? Like you don't know how to get into the action. A life coach is like, we're the person who helps you implement that great book that you just read. So we'll help you reflect, dig in, excuse me, get clarity, understand what is what is going on in your life, and what you want so that you can make the choices and decisions that are going to support what you want. It's very action oriented, very forward moving, and it's really reflecting back, helping you actually like pull out the wisdom that you already have from within. Instead of someone telling you what to do, it's helping you really get clarity on what you want and making it happen.
And this is very different than you're like a psychotherapist and someone that goes deep into childhood type of thing, which I went through. Um, can you explain the difference between a life coach and a psychotherapist?
Yeah, so I always say that therapy is all about looking back. It's about, like you just said, digging deep into your childhood, finding out what happened. It's really about fixing, um, what's the word? Like fixing mental and emotional problems. Dysfunction. That's the word I'm trying to think of. It's about like fixing dysfunction. And it is a lot of backward thinking, and we're going to, relive the past and help unravel it all. Whereas coaching is not at all therapy. We are not licensed to do therapy as coaches, but it's about forward thinking. It's about creating solutions. There might be a little bit here and there where we're going to help someone understand where a belief or something came from, but it's not. It's instead of it being about fixing mental dysfunction, it's actually more about creating proactive solutions and forward thinking goal momentum.
And for dental professionals out there, who should see a life coach? Is it someone who's really feeling stuck, someone who's just burnt out, someone who's, been in their career for many years, or a young dental professional? Is it all the above?
Blocky, the question is, who shouldn't see a life coach?
Hmm.
Right? And that's someone who doesn't want help or doesn't
Hmm.
want to who doesn't want to get what they want. No. I love your question. Yeah, I mean, life coaches there's all sorts of different types of life coaches. So, the kind of life coaching I do is very much career coaching oriented. It's about helping people design their careers on their terms. We've got other amazing coaches in our organization who are helping with mindfulness. We've got business coaches. Like that, your best business coaches are going to incorporate life coaching into it so that you can really create an alignment with who you are and what you want with the things you're doing and how you're showing up every day in your business. So it could be anything. It could be weight loss, it could be health, wellness, finding happiness, could be transformational coaching. So all sorts of things that really anyone in dentistry would benefit from as long as they want it and they're willing to show up.
And what if it's their, first or second year out of school, and they're just, just feeling a little stressed? It's never too early and better late than never?
Absolutely. And I mean, I talk to dentists of a lot of different ages. And by the way, this isn't just for dentists. I happen to work a lot with dentists and hygienists, but this is for every dental professional. But I talk to dentists of all different ages, and the ones who've been in it for a long time and they're feeling unhappy, burnt out, whatever it is, they've had a lot of years go by that have contributed to this. So whenever I get those people who I talk to who are 1 year out, sometimes I talk to people who are 2 or 3 months out of dental school. I just think good for you guys because you're being as proactive as you can be, and you're seeing that something needs to get better and you're trying to fix it now. Why wait, right? I mean, um I always joke that coaching is like getting a hip replacement. You guys, right? Like how many times have you had that patient who needs a hip replacement and they delay and delay and delay and they're suffering, they're in pain. And then they do it. They come back for their 6-month recall and they rave about how amazing the hip replacement was. I mean, I hate we could compare coaching to a root canal, right? But let's make it positive. It is about the positive side of it. Of course, no one wants to get a hip replacement, but the outcome is what's so amazing is like every time you see someone who's delayed and delayed and delayed, they were in so much pain building up to that surgery. The surgery was maybe a piece of cake, maybe not, but afterwards they feel no pain, they feel amazing. And they always say, I wish I did it sooner. That's the
And,
part we're comparing.
and then they get the other hip done.
Exactly.
So,
Always, right?
everything you just described about, career coaching, business coaching, and finding, fulfillment, happiness. One of the reasons that Laura and I started the IADLC is that we are going to match dental professionals up with coaches that get what you're going through. Because dentistry is such a complex industry and it's so hard to explain to someone what goes on in the dental office to someone that doesn't get it. Um, there's so many moving parts and pieces, and we want to match you up with a coach that gets the dental industry, whether it's a hygienist, a dentist, assistant, office manager, admin. We have such a great diverse group of coaches that have worked with all types of dental professionals. And like you mentioned, it's I hear some people say I don't have the time, or what if I don't have the time? Curb that attitude, because you know if you wait, these problems just compound and get worse. And all you have to do is carve out like an hour or two, a month to get coaching. It doesn't take much time, and you have a whole career. Just take an hour or two off out of your busy schedule. We get it, everyone's busy, but this is your life, this is your mind, this is your body, and you only get one of those. So, take care of yourself. Um, what Laura, how does it work with the IADLC? And if someone wants to get matched with a coach, do they go on the website and follow along?
Absolutely. So we have an About Us page. You can go to our website, iadlc.com. The homepage gives an introduction, but if you go to the About Us page, you'll get to meet all of the coaches, and you can actually see what each coach specializes in. And then there's an appointment link that you can click right under their profile. So it's really easy to do. And it's that simple. There's really nothing more to it. But to your point about time, it's like, what is the most important thing like in your life is you, right? And it's about priorities. So if we can find a way to create these priorities, I think one of the things also, Blocky, that stops people is the unknown. They don't really know what coaching is and how it can help. And so that's what we want to do, is help people understand how it can help, because we all know a lot of us became coaches because it transformed our lives. It made us feel better every day.
Yeah, we wanted to give a place for dental professionals to go if they are feeling, unhappy, unfulfilled, regretful of the profession, burned out. Because, personally, I always knew I wanted to do some type of coaching or therapy, and it was just a matter of time before I pulled the trigger. So I was always on the lookout for it. But a lot of people don't know where to go or what to do. And they may just feel like, this is just the profession I chose and it's just a grind and I'm going to have to live like this for the next 30 years. And that's not true. So, make sure you go to the iadlc.com, which is the International Academy of Dental Life Coaches. Check it out and we'll match you up with a coach. And Laura, it's a complimentary first meeting with the coach. Is that right?
That's right. And we'll have you fill out a form that can help you and the coach decide if they're the right fit for you from the out. If it's very obvious that it's not the right fit, then they can connect you with the right fit. But even if you do that consultation and if it's a great fit, great, you get to start working together. However you choose, that's between you and the coach. And if it's not, then at least that coach is really well connected and understands you and can connect you with a better fit. So we're really all about like what is going to help you get the support that you need, because we're struggling. Dentistry's hard right now and we just want to make it better.
So speaking of that, we are having our first study club, which is open to everyone. You just have to register on Zoom, and I'll add in the registration Zoom link into the show notes. And it'll be me and Dr. Laura Mock, who will be doing the hosting. And we're going to talk about life coaching. I'm going to be talking about how I got less stressed, more efficient, productive in my practice, and kind of share some of the things that I've done. And then we'll have some time for question and answers. If anyone has any questions in general about life coaching or the IADLC, we will be on Zoom, and we look forward to having many more study clubs on different topics. But for anyone out there, you're not alone, and the IADLC is a place for you to go and get yourself matched up with a coach and join the community.
Yeah, and I just want to add that I've heard your game changers and they're incredible. In fact, when I finished hearing what your list of game changers, I kind of wanted to get back into practicing dentistry a little bit. But I'll tell you, I've had a couple of very vivid dreams in the last month where I've actually been working on patients and I don't think I want to go back. But your game changers were so amazing that for a second it kind of made, so I would say tune in and the study club's free and we really want people to start joining. Every month we're going to have one, different topics to help you. We just want to get you the access to the ideas and the beliefs that you can make your life better.
Yeah, and I'll share some of the tips and tricks and technology and techniques that I go into every day. And I actually really look forward to going to work every day. I don't get those Sunday night blues anymore. I don't see the scheduling and go like, oh, this patient's coming in. And of course, I have ups and downs. There's bad days, there's bad procedures, I get bad reviews. It happens. But guess who else that's happened to? Every other dentist in the history of dentistry. So, don't beat yourself up. And please join us on May 4th. It's actually at 7 p.m. Eastern time, the first IADLC study club. And you got to register on Zoom and you can tap in some questions and answers. And we look forward to seeing you then. Laura, thank you so much for joining us. And it's a pleasure to have you as a co-founder on the IADLC. And I just look forward to many more years of just helping all those dental professionals out there.
Ditto. Thanks to you, Eric. Ditto. Thanks for having me. And thanks for, including me in your partnership here. I'm really excited for what we can do.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
Thanks.